Hello students, you are welcome in the third lecture of a chapter of chemical kinetics. In the second lecture, we have seen how to obtain the rate law for a given chemical reaction. There we have seen the rate of reaction and the dependence of rate of reaction on concentration of the reactant. We know that rate of reaction at given instant and at given temperature is directly proportional to concentration of the reactant at that instant. Rate of reaction at given instant and at given temperature is directly proportional to the concentration of reactant at that given instant, means at that given time. There we have seen rate law is experimental equation, that is not a theoretical equation, that is the experimental equation. And whenever concentration of one of the reactant changes, how the rate is either doubled or may become 4 times or independent of that reactant, that also we have studied. And here now we have to see the order of reaction. Order of reaction. Now see here what is meant by order of reaction. Yesterday for rate law we have seen this general reaction. A moles of the reactant A react with B moles of the reactant B to give C moles of the product C plus D moles of the product D. A moles of A react with B moles of B to give C moles of C plus D moles of D. For this reaction, we have seen that rate of reaction will be equal to, or it is directly proportional to, concentration of A into concentration of B, because A and B are the reactants. We know we have taken moles of A is equal to small a, moles of B is equal to small b, but here the power is not A, power is not B. Power instead of A it will be X, instead of B this will be Y. X may be equal to A, may not be equal to A, because X is experimental quantity. Y may be equal to B or may not be equal to B, because Y is also experimental quantity. Therefore, this equation is experimental equation, and if we take the proportionality constant, rate of reaction will be equal to K into concentration of A raised to X into B raised to Y. This K is known as proportionality constant. K is nothing but the proportionality constant, and this proportionality constant is also known as rate constant. It is also known as rate constant. And this equation therefore is known as rate law equation. This is the rate law equation. In this rate law equation, x and y are exponents. Exponents means these are the powers. X is power of A, y is power of B. So x and y are known as exponents. They are the powers. Exponents, or they are the powers. These are experimentally determined numbers, experimentally determined quantities. Therefore, this equation is experimental equation, and rate law is known as experimental law. Rate law is nothing but the experimental law. Now, what is meant by order of reaction? That is the point over here. X plus y is nothing but order of reaction. For this reaction, x plus y, summation of x and y is known as order of reaction. So how we can define the order of reaction? Order of reaction is nothing but a summation or addition. Summation of exponents or powers of concentration in the rate law equation is known as order of reaction. You got it? What is meant by order of reaction? Order of reaction is the summation of exponents x and y. Summation of powers or exponents of concentration of the reactants in the rate law equation is known as order of reaction. So this is the summation. Simply, if x is 1, y is 1, what is the total order? 2. That reaction is known as second order reaction. Second order reaction. If x is 1 but y is 0, 1 plus 0, what is summation? 1. Therefore, at that time it is known as first order reaction. So, if x plus y is equal to 1, it is known as first order reaction. If x plus y is equal to 2, this is known as a second order reaction. If x plus y is equal to 3, it is known as third order reaction. If x plus y is 0, it is known as zero order reaction, or these are pseudo order reactions. All these points we have to see in detail. These are known as pseudo order reactions or zero order reactions. So depending on the summation of x plus y, the reactions are classified as first order, second order, third order, zero order, quadri order, and so on, that type of the reactions. Most of the reactions are either first order or second order reactions. most of the reactions are either first order or second order reactions, and only a less number, scanty, very less number of reactions are third order reactions. Very less number of reactions are zero order reactions. So that is the data about the order of reaction. Now let us see some examples. 2H2O gas, suppose this is the reaction 2H2O2, what is it? It is the 2H2O2 hydrogen peroxide gas giving 2H2O liquid plus O2 gas. So for this reaction, what is the rate law? As per this reaction, rate law can be written as rate of reaction will be equal to K into concentration of H2O2. Since here it is 2, you may be in the impression that these two become a power. But we know here this is the experimental quantity. It is not a theoretical quantity. If the 2 is theoretical quantity, then these 2 appears here. That is right. But these 2 is nothing but the experimental quantity, experimentally obtained quantity, and it is observed that here instead of 2 it is 1. So what is the type of this reaction? What is the order of this reaction? First order reaction. This reaction is known as a first order reaction because order of reaction over here X is 1 and order of reaction is experimental quantity. Theoretically we can write 2 over here. These 2 coefficient we can write here, but that is theoretical. And we know order of reaction is experimental quantity. It is the experimental quantity. Therefore these 2 cannot be written here. Experimentally it is observed that here it is 1. That is 1. So it is a first order reaction and depends on first concentration term of hydrogen peroxide. This is not a second order reaction. Let us see one more reaction. H2 gas plus I2 gas giving twice HI gas. For this reaction, rate of reaction will be equal to K into concentration of H2 into concentration of I2. What is the power here? 1 and 1. Not written means it is 1. If nothing is written here, that is 1. So what is the order of reaction? Order of reaction X plus Y is equal to 2. 1 plus 1, that is 2. Therefore this reaction is known as second order reaction. This is nothing but the second order reaction. This is a first order reaction. So that is the difference between first order and second order. And order of reaction is experimental quantity because that is the summation of exponents of concentration of reactant in the rate law equation. Now there are some key points, important points, key points or characteristics of order of reaction. So let us see the order of reaction since it is experimental quantity. As order of reaction is experimental quantity, it has certain properties, certain key points or important points are there about the order of reaction. So let us see it one by one with reference to the examples. Here, first example, acetaldehyde on decomposition gives methane gas and carbon monoxide gas. This is the equation. Acetaldehyde CH3CHO. This on decomposition giving methane gas plus carbon monoxide gas. Acetaldehyde is also present in the gaseous state. So what is the general impression about rate of reaction? If this is theoretical, if the rate law is a theoretical equation, we may write like this: K into concentration of acetaldehyde. Here it is 1, so raised to 1. That is our general impression. But since order of reaction is experimental quantity, instead of 1, here it is 3/2. What is the power of concentration of reactant? Power of concentration of reactant is 3/2. Means 1.5. 3/2. So what is the order of this reaction? Order of this reaction X, that is 3/2. Order of reaction will be 1.5. Is it first order reaction? No. Is it second order reaction? No. Means order of reaction may be integer like 1, 2, 3, etc. or it may be fractional. Here it is the fractional. That is the key point, characteristic of order of reaction, because order of reaction is experimental quantity. See one more example. The order of reaction may be 0 also for some chemical reactions. NO2 gas plus CO gas. Let us see this reaction. NO2 gas plus CO gas giving NO gas plus CO2 gas. Again, as per the general impression, what is the rate of reaction we are writing? Rate of reaction will be equal to K into concentration of NO2 into concentration of CO. This is our general impression. If the rate law is theoretical equation, if the rate law is theoretical equation, at that time we can write it like this. But rate law is not theoretical equation. Rate law is experimental equation. And experimentally it is observed that rate of reaction will be equal to K into concentration of NO2 square into concentration of CO raised to 0. 10 raised to 0. What is it? 1. 20 raised to 0. That is also 1. 2 raised to 0. 1. Anything which has power 0 will be equal to 1. Therefore, this equation can be written as rate of reaction will be equal to K into NO2 square. That will be K into NO2 square. Now can you tell me what is the order of reaction x plus y 2 plus 0? It is equal to 2. Therefore it is a second order reaction. Net overall order of reaction or net order of reaction will be equal to 2. What is y? Y is equal to 0 in this one. Therefore this is known as zero order reaction by considering carbon monoxide. Zero order reaction by considering the carbon monoxide. What is x? It is equal to 2. So it is known as second order reaction by considering NO2. So this reaction is second order with respect to NO2, and this reaction is zero order with respect to CO, because the rate of reaction is independent of concentration of CO. The rate of reaction is not depending on the concentration of carbon monoxide. Now let us see one problem to obtain the order of reaction or to obtain the rate constant. One equation, one problem they have given. How to solve the problem? Let us see one problem over here. Now let us see this problem. The reaction is given A plus B giving P. For this reaction, the rate of reaction is 3.6 into 10 raised to minus 2 mole per decimeter cube per second. Mole per decimeter cube per second. For this reaction, concentration of A 0.2 mole per decimeter cube. Concentration of B 0.1 mole per decimeter cube. And we have to calculate the rate constant of reaction if reaction is first order in A and second order in B. Now, here important point to write the rate law equation. Rate law equation we must write on the basis of this statement. This reaction is first order with respect to A and reaction is second order with respect to B. So, for solution, suppose we have to write the rate law equation. Rate of reaction will be equal to K into concentration of A into concentration of B. This will be theoretical, A plus B. So this equation is a theoretical equation. Theoretical. But we know rate law is nothing but experimental equation. And in the experiment, they have indicated experimentally the reaction is first order in A and second order in B. So A raised to 1 and B raised to 2. X is 1 and Y is 2, because for that reaction A plus B, they have given the reaction is first order with respect to A and second order with respect to B. Therefore, A raised to 1 but B raised to 2. This is the rate law equation, experimental rate law equation. Now, they have asked to calculate K. Calculate the rate constant. Rate constant means K we have to calculate. So, K is equal to rate of reaction divided by concentration of A raised to 1 means it is A into concentration of B raised to 2. That is important. B square A raised to 1 we may write or may not write the 1. if it is not indicated here, it is always equal to 1. So that is the rate constant. Just substitute the values and calculate the answer. So K is equal to rate of reaction. They have given 3.6 into 10 raised to minus 2. 3.6 into 10 raised to minus 2. Unit is mole per decimeter cube per second divided by concentration of A. What is the concentration of A? 0.2 mole per decimeter cube. 0.2 mole per decimeter cube multiplied by concentration of B square. Concentration of B, what is it? 0.1. 0.1 square. The unit is mole per decimeter cube. Unit square also. Mole per decimeter cube square. Solve it carefully. What is the square of 0.1? 0.1 multiplied by 0.1. It is 0.01. Square of 0.1 is 0.01 multiplied by 0.2. So it is 0.002. So this will become K is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to minus 2 means how many decimals on left side? 2 decimals. So 0.036 divided by this answer 0.002. Cancel the units. Mole, mole. Decimeter cube, decimeter cube. So here it is per second. Here it is mole square. Decimeter raised to minus 6. And now solve it. Very simple. We can write it like this. 36, 3 decimal on right side divided by 2. Here also 3 decimals on the right side. Now unit. Mole square at denominator. At numerator it become mole raised to minus 2. Decimeter raised to minus 6. So decimeter raised to plus 6. And per second. So K will be equal to 18 mole square, mole raised to minus 2, decimeter raised to 6 per second. This is the rate constant of this reaction, to which rate of reaction is known, concentration of A is known, concentration of B is known. We can calculate the rate constant. These are very simple problems. At the end of chapter, we are taking some problems again. At the end of chapter, there also we are taking some problems based on how to write the rate law and how to write the order of reaction, or how to calculate rate constants, either concentration of one of the reactant. Those problems given at the end of chapter, those problems also we will solve after the completion of chapter. But here you should keep in mind that rate of reaction, if it is given, concentrations are given, we can calculate the rate constant, but for that purpose we must know this data. Because of this data only we can write the rate of reaction. First order in A 1 and second order in B, so it is 2. This is important. After writing this only, we can substitute the values and we can calculate the answer of rate constant. Therefore, this point is highly important, because by knowing these points we can write this type of equation. And the remaining problems also, which are given at the end of chapter, those problems also we will solve after the completion of chapter.